Okay, hello and welcome to the Rausser College of Natural Resources Dean's Welcome. My name is Joshua Dullaghan. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am the Assistant Dean of Instruction and Student Affairs for Rausser College. I am excited to introduce the Dean of Rausser College, David Ackerly.
Thank you, Joshua. It is wonderful to see you all here. My name is David Ackerly. I'm Dean of Rausser College of Natural Resources, and I use he, him pronouns. I really wish I could see your faces. Even better to see you and in person, as we would do in a traditional Cal Day. But it's been a couple years since we had a traditional Cal Day, and here we are again, actually in Cal Week, coming to you via webinar. And maybe this is actually allowing even more of you, especially some of your parents, to join who might not make it if we were in person, and those of you who might not be able to travel. So hopefully a lot of you are taking advantage of this. I do want to start by wishing you all well. I hope you and your families are healthy and safe. And we do extend all of our best wishes to everyone who has experienced any health impacts, economic impacts in the last year from the COVID crisis. We know it's been an extraordinarily difficult time. And that you all also are finishing your senior year, for those of you who are in your senior year of high school, finishing high school remote, which is an extraordinarily experience, not one that anyone would have seen coming, but this is now, we've been in this for a year, so now this seems almost normal that we're talking about these things, but it's not normal at all. For those of you who are able to get vaccinated or will soon, I also hope that that provides a measure of relief, because I think we're seeing that this is beginning to really turn the tide of what our day-to-day lives are like. So despite all this and all the uncertainty, it's really wonderful to welcome a new class of students to Berkeley and to look ahead to your future. Everything is on track for you to be on campus in the fall. Everything except the very largest classes, and transitioning back to a post-pandemic normal, although maybe normal will never be quite the same as it was, but we are eager to get back into the classroom and onto campus and get things up and running again in the fall. Some of you have already decided to come to Berkeley. We're thrilled, we're excited, we hope you enjoy this week. Some of you are still deciding. You may be first-year students or transfer students. And again, congratulations on your admission, and we hope this week inspires you to see a future at Berkeley and in making your decision. And again, a welcome to any parents who are also listening in, or other friends and family. So you're here, that means you found the link to this webinar, and that means likely you've seen the schedule of the events we have lined up for the week. Joshua has put a link in the chat as well. If we can't meet you in person, this is the next best thing, and you'll have a chance to hear from a variety of faculty and advisors about all the things that Berkeley and Rausser College have to offer, as well as many of the resources actually of the rest of the campus, not just the college. So Rausser College is a wonderful corner of the Berkeley campus, and I'm going to switch around my Zoom background a little. So for those of you who've never visited, this is this is a classic campus image. This is in fact the view from the front of Mulford Hall, and Mulford is where the resource center is for all the undergraduate advising. Looking up towards the Campanile in the morning, the sun is sitting there, it's shining right behind my head, shining through the tree. Let me just quickly bring up my background selection to give you a couple others. Wellman Hall with this beautiful rotunda is really kind of one of the main buildings of Rausser College. It faces out towards the Glade, one of the classic historic buildings as part of the quad. You can actually see all of these in an aerial. So that's, which way do I go? That was Wellman. Mulford's over to the left, Giannini and Hilgard. And Giannini, in fact, has just reopened after a complete seismic retrofit. This is actually this very cool picture taken in the middle of the night of Giannini all lit up. We're ready to reoccupy it as soon as we get back onto campus. I'm looking forward to getting back in. And that's where the dean's office is. So let me get back to, well, I can stay there, or I could go sit in my, I can go sit in my office, which is of course not where I am. That's not very picturesque either. Okay, we won't worry about that. I've still got boxes packed up. We're just getting back into Giannini. Coming back to the college. Each graduating class at Rausser College is about 650 students. And we've grown over the years, but we're still really proud of our commitment And it's what we always say, that we're the small college on a big campus. And we really mean it. And what that means is not only that you're part of a smaller community, but also it means you get to know your peers, you get to know the faculty, and maybe most of all, you get to know your advisors, which is just so important. And the advisors that you've already met or will be meeting this week, who are just essential to guiding, you can come together and see the big picture as you put together all the experience of your classes and the rest of your Berkeley experience. We're deeply committed to the multiple pieces that we identify as sort of the arc of what we would call the arc of the undergraduate experience, to connect with Berkeley, to discover, not only discover Berkeley, but engage in discovery, to engage on what your education really, to engage with the world, and then to really reflect on what that education means. And that's one way we think about the four core components that form the backbone of the undergraduate experience. So here in the college, again, it's a home with a lot of personal attention, but all of the advantages that come from going to a large, top-ranked global research university, including spectacular faculty, a magnificent range of classes and majors to discover, many opportunities to engage in research, more than 30,000 fellow students. That's kind of a crazy number from all over the world. And while it can be overwhelming, it also means there's always someone out there. No matter what your interest, no matter where you come from, you can find those other people who share those interests and build community within the larger campus. We have wonderful capstones courses, and these offer opportunities to reflect on what you've learned, and great student organizations. Again, almost any interest you can imagine to explore your extracurricular. Extracurricular is a big part of success in college. It's not just your classes, it's not just the friends. We know that engaging and pursuing your interests is key to really enjoying all that college has to offer. We're very proud in Rausser College to celebrate the large numbers of you who are female identifying and members of historically underrepresented groups. The first woman to graduate from Berkeley in 1874 got her degree from the College of Agriculture, which is our forerunner. And today, female identifying students are well over half of our student population. And we have one of the most diverse student communities among the science and engineering colleges. And our growth has been, over the years, has been driven by our shared interests in so many different ways that we are in approaching in a lot of different ways what we identify as these really grand challenges that face the planet. The challenges of climate change, biodiversity conservation, bringing economics and policy to those problems and to environmental and sustainability issues in general. The world of plant biology and the exciting new world of the microbiome, the microbial world that we're just new discoveries lighting up every day. Actually so exciting. Two of our plant biologists just today were announced as new members of the National Academy of Sciences. That's my little excitement for the day, just among the great faculty. A lot of interest in food systems, what it means to have sustainable food systems and to have just food systems in across, and not just in how we grow food, but all the way through to how we deliver and consume it. And then a really important focus in the college on human health and nutrition around our nutritional sciences and toxicology department. So when our students graduate, we like to say that you become part of the, well, we don't just like to say it, you do become part of a diverse group of alumni. And our motto is to see the bigger picture and make a better world, which is to say to understand where your work fits in the global picture and to bring that to a commitment to improve the world around us in whatever way that you may see fit over the course of your life. In a recent survey, our college's quality of faculty instruction and our staff advising were rated first among all colleges at Berkeley. You can imagine we're proud of that. Students also rated us as one of the top 2 of Berkeley's 8 undergraduate colleges or divisions, and College of Letters and Sciences has several divisions, in faculty accessibility, in research project opportunities, and in access to small classes. So some of the things the college offers include a research grant program for students pursuing research in summer or during the academic year, a summer forestry camp in the Sierra Nevada. We're so excited we had to cancel it last year, but we are back on track to offer it in person this year. And of course, going forward, we have a field course in Moorea. That's an island in the South Pacific. Not everyone gets to go, but for some people, that is a special opportunity. A college honors program available across all the majors, travel grants to help students pursue projects or present them at conferences, and a summer grant program to support students who are on financial aid and pursuing career internships that may not pay enough to cover the cost of living during the summer or the travel, for example. Again, I've said it before, we have a spectacular advising team. You'll have chances to hear from them in sessions about each major during the rest of this week. And our next presenter will say a bit more about that. So overall, we're just really pleased to bring you this series of events so you can learn more about the college and all that we have to offer. I think we've done a great job getting through COVID, but I hope when you get here, that will not be your concern. And this will be something in our past, although with some lingering adjustments as we get back onto campus. Berkeley is a remarkable institution, and Rausser College is a remarkable college within that institution. Collectively, Berkeley and its faculty and its alumni have helped to shape the state. We've shaped the nation, and we've really infected the world. And that is, just a very true statement. It's hard to overestimate the impact that we've had and that future generations will have, and that includes you. So I welcome you as parents and students in joining with us to shape the present and the future trajectories of the college. Welcome to Rausser College. Some of you are still weighing your options about where to go to college next year, and we really, really hope you will join us here at Berkeley. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Lynn Huntsinger, our Associate Dean of Instruction and Student Affairs. I'm also thanking Lynn for many years of service in this role, as she will be stepping down this summer. So when we welcome you in the fall, you will meet Professor Kate O'Neill, who will be serving as Associate Dean for Student Affairs in the years ahead. But now I'm very pleased to turn it over to Lynn. Thank you all, and we hope we'll see many of you in the fall. You're muted.
I'm known as unmute, except I mute myself all the time. Anyway, I am really lucky to have been the Associate Dean for Instruction and Student Affairs for the last several years at this amazing college. And I feel even more lucky to have this opportunity to welcome you today, because you are going to make history, believe. You're going to be the first post-pandemic, in-person, post-lockdown class at Berkeley. And it's going to be, I feel, somewhat celebratory in all our minds to be back on our beautiful, beautiful campus, and to be together in rooms and outside of room at this beautiful place. I can't wait to share it with you. So we are looking forward to seeing you here very much. I also look forward to, the thing that I've loved the most about being Associate Dean is the time I've been able to spend with students and talking to students and learning about students and learning about the kinds of people that you are. You're a very different, special group of people. We've all struggled together over the last year and a half, and now I feel like we so deserve to come out of our caves or whatever and have year that's coming up. So anyway, obviously I'm happy. I hope you're happy. Talking to students does teach me many things, and sometimes students make my day with the things that they say. I just can't believe how hardworking, innovative, talented, and committed to the future you are. We so need people who are committed to the future. And I think that here at Berkeley, you'll find the knowledge and make the connections and explore the world and learn an abiding reward involved so that you can be well equipped to make a difference and to achieve your goals. I am, by the way, and I hope there are parents in the audience, because I'm a CNR parent twice over, in fact. And it was a wonderful experience for me as a mom. But let me share with you some of the wisdom that I learned from my own daughter. I told her that according to the 2018 survey of students at Cal, our upper division courses get the highest rating for quality of any college on campus. And my daughter looked at me and she said, "Yeah, Mom." She said, "Yeah, the upper division's great." Which she finally had made it to her junior year, she's like, "The upper division's great, Mom. The professors, they really owe you in these small classes, And then she thought about it. She said, you know, the big problem with, you know what the big problem is? The professors all get to know you, which means, you know, they pay attention to you and what you're doing and where you are. So anyway, my daughters today are both engaged in meaningful careers. Both have come back to the College of Natural Resources for graduate degrees. And I'm really happy to talk about the process I went through and they went through anytime, parent or student, anytime. As David mentioned, we have so many things you can do here at Berkeley. Of course, we're right near a fantastic city that's just a BART ride away. Many of you are from the East Bay, but for those of you that are not, it's wonderful to live near the city and then to turn around and live out near the countryside and see the grasslands and woodlands surround the Berkeley campus that run right up to it, that are on it, in fact. So it's really a great thing. But there's so many things you can do as part of campus. As David mentioned some of them, but I'm going to go through a list because it's fun. We have the forestry club, singing PAL band, the sponsored projects for undergraduate research program that the college runs, climate change action groups, the Student Environmental Collective, the Maria Field course that David mentioned, the Student Environmental Resource Center, lots of research opportunities for those that are interested, professional internships, we try to help you find those, rugby, lacrosse. Well, of course, as you probably realize by now, we have something here for every student, even a quiet place to study, and fantastic news, our wonderful libraries will also be open in the fall. We're definitely all learning as we go together, and as we know, we're facing an unprecedented moment and time in the world. But mostly I want to convey to you how hard I try to bring my experience and my affection for students to our office, to the Office of Instruction and Student Affairs as Associate Dean, and how I know that my success is doing thing exactly. And it has been my great pleasure to work and to work with our major advisors in the Office of Instruction and Student Affairs. They're amazing people. Our advisors are committed to your success, and they will work with you to give you personalized academic planning to help keep you on track, to support and encourage you to succeed in your academic pursuits, and to connect you with, as I've mentioned, some of those many opportunities and extracurriculars that people cherish so much here at Berkeley. You can think of advisors as your partners, and I hope you will take advantage of them and make them your partners in the college. It's one of the best things we have. We all want you to learn, to become more independent. That's part of the college experience, and to succeed, of course. I'm going to turn things over to Joshua now. Thank you for your attention. Joshua has already introduced himself, the Assistant Dean of Instruction and Student Affairs, and he's going to tell you all about what's going to happen today. Joshua?
Thank you, Lynn. As Lynn mentioned, and as I said before, my name is Joshua Dullaghan. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm the Assistant Dean of Instruction and Student Affairs. So what that means is I lead the team of 10 amazing advisors and student affairs professionals and over 20 peer advising leaders, which we call PALs for short. We're located in 260 Mulford, which David showed you the building. We cannot wait to get back there because we miss working with students in person. It's been interesting doing advising remotely via Zoom. We're probably going to continue doing some of that because we realize that some students aren't able to make it to campus as readily as other students. There are other priorities, and so we're going to build that into our model when we come back, but we're still definitely going to have advisors that you meet in person and work with very closely. And that's one thing that you'll hear about Rausser College is how much our advisors care about our students. We really try to create a feeling of that small, intimate college experience within the larger Cal community. So in addition to providing advising services, which guide you from where you are right now to graduation, our resource center features a computer lab, a large study space. It used to be the forestry library, and a lounge area where you can just chill out in between classes. So for this week, Rausser College Cow Week programming is meant to feature our academic advisors and the PALs and give you a general overview of your major opportunities. If you're coming in as a transfer student, you're already declared. If you're coming in as a frosh, some of you are declared and some of you are undeclared. And we'll talk a little bit about the session that'll follow this one for undeclared students in just a little bit. So you can find a list of the Rausser College Cow Week events on our website. And I posted this a couple times in the chat, but some of you are trickling in a little bit later. So I'm gonna do it one more time so that you all have it, and you'll see our full schedule there. In addition to having major advising sessions every afternoon, there's 2 every afternoon up until Thursday, and then we have 1 on Friday afternoon. We also have student experience panels happening on Tuesday and Thursday at noon. The Tuesday student experience panel is featuring our transfer students. So talking specifically of what it's like to transfer from a community college or another institution. And our Thursday student experience panel, all of our panelists there are from our peer advising leader group, and they all began as frosh. So that'll have a little bit of a different set of information there. Additionally, on our Cow Week website, you can learn more about each of our PALs and what their interests are, both within their classes and outside. And they will be staffing our virtual front desk this week. So I would recommend that you come in and ask them questions now, because we are sending them home at the end of this week so that they can go study for their finals next week or the week after and have RRR week for their studies. So if you'd like to talk more one-on-one with students, please check out the virtual front desk. And then lastly, we have teamed up with the ASUC Eco Office, and they are pairing students this week to shadow environmental majors at the college. So you can fill out a Google form and you'll get paired up with a current student and potentially attend, student group meetings, or when Zoom security allows for you to go inside of a classroom, that'll happen too. And then lastly, we really hope you take advantage of all of this programming and come to the decision that Rausser College at UC Berkeley is the place that you want to engage your undergraduate education. We feel that there's a lot of information that we could present to you, and that's all that we can do. We want to give you allow you to make the most informed choice at this point about whether or not Rausser College is the right fit for you. And we really hope it is, and we really hope to see you in the fall. So with that, I'm just going to say congratulations on your admissions to Cal. And I really look forward to meeting as many of you as possible. So this concludes our formal welcome for Cal Week. At 4:45, the information session for undeclared students will begin. And that'll be with our undeclared major advisor, Anna Hoehenrieder. I will be moderating that particular info session. So you'll see me in just about 20 minutes. And so you can find that link again on our Cal Week website. The Zoom link will be different from this one, so you'll need to log out and then log back in. So that's me. And once again, welcome, and go Bears.